Hello everyone and welcome back to another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. In today's video, I want to share with you guys some DIY, Dollar Tree, and budget-friendly decor crafts. So this is another episode in my huge I Love Spring series. I love to share with you guys how you can make your homes boutique, gorgeous, on a budget. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for crafting and decorating with me. It truly means the world. And without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. For the first Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you all how to make an amazing, beautiful solar-powered chandelier. So we're going to take a Dollar Tree wire wreath form and then a Dollar Tree splatter screen and remove the handle. You may want to wear gloves to do that. You're going to poke holes in 4 places around the splatter screen and then take some zip ties and run those through the second rung of the inside of your wire wreath form. The next thing I'm going to do is take some of these garden gate chandeliers and zip tie it to the wreath form. Now I did turn my wreath form upside down. That made it a lot easier for me to do, and it also concealed my zip ties. And you're going to zip tie the garden gate to the outside rung of the wire wreath form. I hope that makes sense. You guys can kind of see the visual of what I'm doing. Now I attached the second garden gate, and then I'm just going to use a couple more zip ties and zip tie that to the wire wreath form. It didn't fit perfectly, but that little end piece I just kind of overlapped. And I did on this second piece remove those little slats at the very end of the garden gate. So have fun with it, get creative. Again, I do recommend using gloves when you're working with the splatter screen in the beginning. I did find that out the hard way and kind of nicked my hand on the top there. But you guys, this is going to turn out so amazing. It's probably one of my most favorite DIYs I have ever done. And I did get this idea from one of our Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook group members. I saw somebody post something similar. It was a garden chandelier and they used these little gates. Now I don't know that it was the same, but it piqued my interest and just got my wheels turning. So I thought I would try to create something on my own here. And it was actually really sturdy, as you guys can tell. So I flipped it over, and now it's time to add the little solar chandelier part, or the little solar part. So I'm going to take some of the Dollar Tree little solar things, and I'm going to remove the bottom part of it. And then I'm going to take my little box cutter, and I'm going to add just a giant hole. So you want to make the hole large enough to fit down, or for the solar piece to fit down into the chandelier. Now, again, be careful with this part. This needs to be done by an adult only, and those little prongs down there do get kind of sharp, so just be really careful on this part, okay? I just wanted to leave you guys a little forewarning there. Okay, so now that I have that all finished, I did pull the little solar pieces back out, and then I decided to make it a little bit more glam and fabulous. You guys know me, I love to go extra and over the top, so I'm taking this beautiful rose gold kind of bronze spray paint, and I gave it 2 coats of spray paint. The next thing I wanted to do was take one of these Dollar Tree garden chains and add that so I can hang my garden chandelier, and I'm super excited. We have been working on our patio, and I can't wait to reveal it to you guys that this is going to go out on my patio. In fact, I actually might make 2. Now I'm taking some of these little Dollar Tree greenery leaf garlands, and I used 4, and I just kind of layered them on top of each other. And then just using some Dollar Tree wire, I took the wire and attached it to the wreath form part. Little side note here, I will tell you guys to add your chain last. I kind of learned that the hard way as well. But again, I was just kind of going with the flow and creating this, and trial and error, so you guys get to see the finished product. You don't always see some of the things that I mess up on. Okay, so here is how it turned out. What do you guys think? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I do have this just kind of hanging in my studio right now, but here is how it looked kind of hanging outside on my front part and on a little tree. We are still doing construction on our patio, but I will update you guys and share with you guys what it looks like on the patio. But I am so crushing on this. I hope you guys are inspired to make one. It's so fun. For this Dollar Tree DIY project, I want to share with you all how to create an amazing side table using some of these Dollar Tree buckets. So I'm going to take the first bucket and remove the handles, and then in fact I did end up removing all of the handles, and I'm going to stack that first bucket on top of the other. So you want to flip your first bucket over, add some hot glue, and then add the next bucket on top of that, and that is going to be your first part of your table. The next thing that you want to do is you want to take some really nice nautical rope, and you guys can pick this up at Dollar Tree or on Amazon. I think you get a lot bigger pack on Amazon, but you're just going to take your hot glue gun and run your hot glue gun and begin to add the nautical rope. Now for this table, I want to create a really cute boho chic kind of summer table. So I do like to add in a little bit of coastal decor, and especially when it comes to my patio. Now this ended up being quite a bit of work just because it was a bit tedious gluing the nautical rope on. But first off, I started cutting it on my first loop. You guys can see I was cutting the strands, and I decided that that wasn't the best way. So really just take your nautical rope, hot glue it, and wrap it on. And I will also give you guys a little tip if you're going to do this project, is to kind of push your nautical rope down on top of the piece underneath it. That way you don't have any gaps. Now Dollar Tree also does carry these buckets in white, but I had picked up several in pink, and so I am just covering this. Now you guys know me, I love the pink, and I do have some pink buckets left, but for this project, I did just want to go ahead and use what I had on hand and create this really amazing little table. Now, I will also tell you guys you need to have quite a bit of hot glue on hand, and I did end up using about 15 to 18 of these nautical rope strands from Dollar Tree, so you're going to need quite a few. Now, our Dollar Tree had a ton of this, and I mean tons and tons and tons of it. So if you guys don't have tons of it and you want to do this project, you may again want to order it off Amazon. I'll try to find some and link some in my Amazon store, but if you guys hit the jackpot and are able to get a couple of these, you might want to have fun with this project. Now, putting this next part of the table on was a little bit tricky, and I'll tell you why. Because you need to go all the way up to the lip of the second table and then kind of just scoochy it on and use that piece of rope to kind of attach it on. The other thing I want to let you guys know is this table was amazingly sturdy. I was absolutely shocked, and I really feel inspired. Like this would be something you would see on Pottery Barn or Anthropology for so much. When I look at the Pottery Barn website, it is so expensive, and I feel like we DIY'd this on a total budget, $3 for the buckets. Now, you might want to throw in a couple bucks for the hot glue. It did take quite a bit of hot glue, but then I just took one of the little chargers from Dollar Tree. I painted it kind of a beige color, and then voila, we have this fabulous boho chic kind of coastal vibe table on a total budget. I believe it cost me $20 total to do. And I will suggest you guys pick up quite a bit of nautical rope if you are going to do this. I would say maybe even 15 to 20 bundles of it if you have the opportunity to find that. Or again, you could just pop on Amazon. I know a lot of DIYers just order their nautical rope off of Amazon if they're going to be doing a large project like this. But now I have a new summer table for my living room, and I am so stoked and so excited for this. Now for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you all how to make a really amazing little plant stand using 8 Dollar Tree bowls and one of the little Dollar Tree salad plates. And there's Benji Bear, my trusty assistant, my creative director. He was feeling this kind of summertime vibe. So the next thing I want to do is take some E6000 glue, and I'm just going to add a dab of E6000 glue to my first bowl. So I flipped the bowl over, and then I'm going to run the E6000 glue around the base part of the bowl. And let me tell you, this was a 2-day project, so you want to be really patient with yourself and your bowls. I'm going to do that to all of the bowls. So this is just the first step. And then you're going to want to let this dry overnight, because E6000 glue does take about 12 to 24 hours to dry. So I'm just adding this on, and I will apologize, there's a little bit of a fuzzy part on this screen. I believe that's on my end on the camera because I had it so low close to my fuzzy carpet. So it will clear up it's not your TV or watching device. Okay, anyway, back to the video. Now, the last one I had to do, I was going to add the bowl, and then you want to add your plate to this one. So you're just going to take and you're going to run the E6000 glue around the plate. And here's another little tip I have for you. I had some like little flushable wipes on hand, or baby wipes. Those are really, really great for dabbing the E6000 glue off because they're a little bit wet. I think sometimes when I use a dry paper towel, it doesn't come off very well. And I've also tried to use a cleaner to get the excess glue off, but go ahead and wipe the excess glue off with like a little baby wipe about the time you're doing the project. Now, these have dried overnight and they're nice and sturdy. I mean, they are not going anywhere. Try not to add too much glue, but then you do need to add enough to get it on there. And here again, I've got that little baby wipe, and I'm just kind of going around it to get some of the excess off. So this was step 2 on this project. You're going to add the second set of bowls together. So you just add 2 sets of bowls together. So you should have 4 bowls in each set. I hope that makes sense. And then you want to let these dry again for about 12 to 24 hours. And then you can just add those 2 pieces together and give it another 12 to 24 hours to dry before you really put a whole lot of stuff on it. I put a little lightweight plant on it the day that I created this, but I was so excited to see this. Okay. Now, little side note here, I did want to do this in white because it matches the aesthetic of my house a little bit better, but I thought it was kind of cool and farmhouse modern chic or boho chic or just really kind of cute. The other thing is you may want to add something that is in the seam of the bowl if you get a little bit messy with your glue. I did do another kind of little planter like this with Planter Gardens, and I used a little bit of nautical rope. Just a little tip there. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you all how to make an amazing, easy, really sturdy 3-tiered tray. Okay, this is the best one I have ever done. So you're going to take these chunky Dollar Tree candlesticks and your E6000 glue, and I'm starting out with this beautiful scalloped white charger, and this is from Dollar Tree, and you're going to pop that on to your charger. So you can get pretty generous with your E6000 glue. And I'm not using hot glue with this because I wanted to give it time to dry. So you guys probably notice I'm in a different outfit. So I tried to do some of these projects the day before. That way they had plenty of time to dry when I did share with you guys the final project or when I was painting them. But this is just going to be one of those Dollar Tree little cake pans, and you do have to kind of peek underneath it to make sure you get it in the center. Now you're going to use E6000 glue on the next candlestick and pop that into the center of your cake pan or pie pan, whatever your store has on hand. It seemed like my store was kind of out of a lot of things, and I believe this might be a pie pan that I'm using next, or maybe I had 2 cake pans. Honestly, I really can't totally remember, but you're going to add a big generous, and I did use quite a bit because that flat candlestick, you really can't see it. And let me tell you guys, after I let this dry, check this out. This thing was not coming attached. It was not going anywhere. Now, I don't leave these out in the hot sun. This is actually going to be for by my coffee station. I'm just going to use some of the Rust-Oleum white spray paint. I gave it 2 generous coats of spray paint and I let it dry in between. And I'm probably even going to seal it with some waterproof Mod Podge if I do end up using it by my coffee station. But check this out. It holds fruit, although these are faux fruit. And I put some little succulents in there and some pretty greenery. This is just an idea for how you guys might want to style a 3-tiered tray in your upcoming spring summer season. After Easter, I will transition into more kind of a summer springy greenery look with some lemons and some fun things like that. I have a really beautiful gold 2-tiered tray, but I wanted a white one. And I had to share with you guys this prayer card. It said, today's prayer is, we love because he first loved us. And these prayer cards, a lot of you all ask me about, they come from Dollar Tree, and I find them in my checkout section of the Dollar Tree, and they're hidden way down below, so you got to kind of hunt for them. Per usual with Dollar Tree. So I can't wait to share with you guys how I'm going to decorate with this after Easter. And this is just such an inexpensive, fun way to have a 3-tiered tray on a budget. For For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with y'all how to make a super adorable little outdoor pillow using some of those Dollar Tree shopping bags. Okay, so I picked up this super adorable little bee. It's a buzzing bee, super cute little shopping tote, and it is adorable for shopping, but I had another idea for it. I decided I wanted to make an outdoor pillow to go with the bee pillow that I picked up at Walmart. So I'm just going to take and cut off the edges in the bottom and then add some hot glue to the side. And I will tell you, try to use a low temp glue gun. I'm using my high temp glue gun, but on one of the edges that didn't have the seam, it did pucker a little bit. So just be careful with that. Be careful in general when you're using a hot glue gun. But I'm going to take some of this old pillow stuffing from one of my old pillows, and I'm just going to add that in to my little bee pillow. Be patient and let the seams where you're hot gluing dry. I was just trying to get this done after hot gluing that rope table. Oh my goodness, I think I might have been done with hot gluing for the day. But let them dry before you stuff this, because I did have that little corner edge kind of pop open. You want to get it hot glued nice and well, but that's an easy fix. You just add some more hot glue. You do want to leave one end open to be able to stuff your pillow. So glue 3 sides and then stuff your pillow at the end. That's how I do this. And this was a pretty easy one to do. Now, I don't feel like I really got it stuffed quite enough. I did decide to add some little pom-poms to the edge, just to kind of jazz it up and make it fun. And I think this is going to be really cute on my front porch or my little patio area next to my other bee pillows. And it was cute and pink. I love pink. You guys know I love pink. But with the little bumblebees and the cuteness of it, it was an adorable tote. So it definitely should be used for a tote, or could be used for a tote. But I thought it would make an even more adorable pillow. And you could maybe even sew this. I don't have a sewing machine and I'm not a proficient sewer. I'm really pretty good with my hot glue gun. Oh, and make sure you get your pom-poms like in the right spot. Mine were a little wonky, but hey, that's okay. Give yourself grace more than anything. Listen, I love y'all and I'm so excited to have you here. Comment and let me know, what is your favorite time of year? What is your favorite season? Do you love spring? Do you love summer, fall, winter? That's going to be the secret question. Don't forget to answer it so you guys can enter my Cricut giveaway. Say hi to Benji Bear down in the comment section. Let me know what's your puppy dog's or kitty cat's name. I love y'all. So thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. It is a true blessing and an honor to have you all here. If you're new, welcome. I'm Olivias, Olivias Romantic Home, and I'm a DIY crafty mama. I love to share with you guys how you can make your homes boutique, gorgeous, on a budget. Listen, y'all don't have to break the bank to have a fabulous, amazing home. Now, I also want to encourage you guys to keep up the good work, crafting and decorating. I feel like it is so good for your heart and soul. I would love to have you subscribe to this YouTube channel, punch that bell. It will update you every time I post a new video. I post 3 videos a week with a ton of DIY, Dollar Tree, crafty decor, adventures, flea market, thrift store, flips, makeovers, outfits of the day, a little bit of baking and treat making along the way, and even some tidying and organizing. So thank you guys again. I would also love to invite you guys over to my Facebook page. I have an Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook page. You guys can follow me over there. I would love to have you. I post several DIY videos a day over there just to keep you guys encouraged and inspired to create and craft and decorate and tidy and bake and just have fun in your home and make it cozy and amazing. I also have a free little group page I would love for you guys to join if you want to post photos of your home decor and DIY projects. Listen, everybody over there is so inspiring. I know you inspire me and you inspire one another, so keep up the good work. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys get back to your day. Happy Easter week. Have a gorgeous, fabulous, blessed day. I love y'all to the moon and back, and until the next video, remember, be kind to yourselves.